In this Learn It Quick video, we're going to take a look at one of the new enhancements that has been added in Release 26, which is the ability to have conditional launching of orchestrations, notifications, and logic extensions. So we see this inside of a form extension manager. So whatever application you're inside of, you go to the form extension manager and you would go to the fourth form of the Associate Orchestrations wizard. And on that tab, you'll see a new tab that says Execute Condition. It is here that we can set up conditions that have to be evaluated prior to the orchestration launching. And what this does is that this gives us the ability to sort of add a gatekeeper at the front end so that we don't have to use any additional processing on the AIS server if it's unnecessary. Let's take a look and see what this looks like. So we're going to use the sales order entry program to give us a demo of how this works. And I have an orchestration setup that we're going to use on the add screen. So here on this add screen, if I decide I want to go ahead and add orders into the system, I have an orchestration that is set up out here that will go ahead and evaluate whether or not this specific customer is over their credit limit. So as this order is entered into the system, it'll evaluate their open AR, it'll check their credit limit, and if they are, it will put that customer on hold. Okay. In this instance, it's for branch 30, but I can set this up so that conditions happen prior to the orchestration kicking off. So right now, if I click on this, this will go ahead and run, and I can see, because there's no message, that no orchestration actually launched. Let's come into the Form Extension Manager here, and what we're going to do is click on the Associate Orchestrations hyperlink, and we're going to move forward to the fourth form, which is where it says Execution. Here on this screen, this is the Execution tab we're used to seeing. Here's the New tab, and when we take a look at this, this is what we see. And initially, when you're adding an orchestration, notification, or logic extension, this toggle right here would be off. And so what this does is that it's going to go ahead and it's going to say, if we pick a field that's on a specific form, or multiple fields, because you can see it says match all or match any, this really feels a lot like when we're setting up an advanced query. So when we set up an advanced query, we would select one of the fields over here, and we see those gray familiar plus marks that are here, and if we added that, it would go ahead and throw it over here into the execution condition window, and then we would use the same kinds of conditions we set up when we're doing a query, right? So I'm going to remove that one because what I have here is a specific field for branch plan. So I only want this orchestration to run when it's for branch M30. So you can see it says equal to M30. Okay, and I could add multiple lines of conditions in here if I wanted to, but these have to be met before the orchestration kicks off. So even though I have conditions set up on my specific orchestration right here, back here on the first form, you can see that this is going to click off when I click on the OK button, and then it executes the orchestration. What the condition does is that as soon as I click on that button, it will determine whether or not the conditions have been met. If they have been met, then it will continue on down to the orchestration and go ahead and run it. So let's take a look and see if this actually runs here. So I'm going to close my orchestration wizard here, and I will exit the Form Extension Manager. We're already on this screen, so I'm going to click on M30, put in a specific customer, and we'll put an item here. And what you'll notice as soon as I run this, I'm going to click on the OK button. You can notice that now when I run this, this is going to take quite a bit longer to actually execute. And we're going to get a message here that's going to tell us, there it is, it was submitted. When that happens, it's gone out, it's kicked off the orchestration, and I know that it's actually kicked off the orchestration because I'm also getting a message up here in my notification bell, which was a message to me that says that the customer has been put on hold and the credit manager has been alerted. And I also know that it's happened because I also see a notification that happened, and that tells me that the message that was part of my orchestration was also delivered. And so that's how we can go ahead and set up conditions to make our orchestrations, notifications, and logic extensions conditional prior to being kicked off inside of the orchestrator. See the other Learn It Quick videos here on the channel for all the updates on enhancements to EnterpriseOne.